Listen, I'm not the one to rain on somebody's parade. Listen, I'm not the one to be the bearer of bad news, but Ninja. Ninja. This ain't it, Ninja. This ain't it, Ninja. This is not it. And I'ma tell you why this is not it. I know everybody gonna get in here. Man, you can't let them get married. What about black love? What about this? He doing it right. He doing it. Listen, man. Listen. If you wanna go ahead and get married, Ninja, ain't nobody stopping you. I'm not knocking it. Whatever, Ninja. My thing is, I don't recommend men who are under 35 to get married. You haven't got out here and got any experience. You haven't got out here and got your heart broken, right? There's plenty of many women out here. You haven't been battle tested, Ninja. You haven't been through any storms. As a matter of fact, she hasn't even been through any storms, but we're talking about the man right now. Ninja, you haven't reached your peak earning potential. You haven't gotten deep into your career. And listen, this is not the 1960s anymore. This is not the 1960s anymore. You ain't just gonna bow. Listen, yo, baby, you want to marry me? Listen, the times are over with. And then what happens when y'all go to college? Ain't nobody talking about it. Bro, listen, man. I've seen this stuff happen, right? I've seen people get engaged right after high school, right? I've seen people, they've been together their whole high school, and once they go to college, it is over with. And guess who was the main one in love, right? This even happened to me. Right? I was with my best friend. She and I told the story before, right? Not this particular story, but me and my best friend, her name was Summer, right? We were just friends and all of that stuff throughout, from sophomore all the way to senior year. And to make a long story short, we ended up getting together and dating, and we ended up going to prom together, and we ended up, all that shebang, right? And then I remember I had this summer job. Ninja, and she was just on the phone. I was working at Whitewaters, Ninja. I was working at Six Flags Whitewaters. I was a lifeguard. And I remember being on my lunch break, Ninja, and she just called me crying, talking about some, Ninja, I don't think this is gonna work, right? I'm going to college, right? I'm going to college, you going to college, and I just don't think it's gonna work, and I don't want to hurt you and all of that, blah, 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 doing all that crying just to tell me that you just wanted to bounce on some other Disney. That's all you wanted to tell me, right? Doing all that crying, and I'm just like, baby, no, like, we can work this out, baby. We can work this out. I love you, girl. I love you. You can come down and visit. I can visit. You don't have to, we don't have to break up. You don't have to leave me, girl. You don't have to leave me. But she left me. Did you? She left me. And that was the last time we talked, as far as it in between time, right? We probably went without talking probably for like a year or so, or 6 months or something like that, right? But Ninja, listen, I done seen this stuff. I done went through it myself. Listen, man, hypergamy is real. Hypergamy is real. And I'm not trying to put nothing on the young lady, but Ninja, I know these young ladies, Ninja. I know your generation, Ninja, because they be on my Disney. I know your generation, Ninja. Listen, you whoever your daddy is, Ninja, if your daddy is there, Ninja, right? They did a horrible job. Right? Now, if you were 30, 35, right, then I would say, yeah, get that little fresh little tenderoni. 18, 19. She fresh, right? She fresh, probably not tampered with, but probably more than likely tampered with even in high school. But let's just say, the chances are not that high for her to be tampered with straight out of high school, right? You got a nice little 18, 19, 20-year-old, right? You 30, 35, your career's going well. You just bought you a house, ninja. You well into your career, ninja. You making good 6 figures, ninja. You going on vacation. It's a party, ninja. Then once you look around and you like, maybe I want a wife, right? Maybe I could use some company around here. Maybe I can use something long-term around here. Then you pull the trigger on that, right? Then the mistakes that come after and all that, that's just part of being a man, right? But in today's day, man, in today's time period, to allow a young man, right, even to allow a young woman, because I have a daughter, right, I wouldn't let her marry another young man. Nope. And I've said this before. I wouldn't let my daughter, if she was 18, they was going to prom, right, I wouldn't allow her to marry another 18-year-old. Why? For what? For what? He can't do anything for her. I'm gonna set her up for failure, right? What I'm gonna set her up to basically run all over this dude. I'm gonna set her up to cheat on this dude. I'm gonna set her up to what? Right? Just throw this man up under the bus. It's just a bad deal, right? It's a bad deal. She needs a man's man, right? She needs a man that is actually in the field, right? Battle tested, right? He's making money. He's proving that he can take care of himself, and he's proving that he can take care of a household. It makes no sense in today's time period that the families allowed this to happen. I just don't recommend it, right? And a lot of people will say, well, shouldn't they get married young? Don't you want them? Shouldn't he scoop her up young? Yeah, he should scoop her up young when he's older, ninja, right? And she should be with somebody older, not him, right? This is how this is supposed to go, right? So the young woman's supposed to get with older men who are established, and the older men are supposed to get with younger women because they're in their prime beauty, prime fertility, prime all of that, tight body, all of it, ninja, tight punani, all of it. But this is just a setup for failure. And wait until that chick gets into college. Oh, it is over, my guy. They setting him up to get his heart broke. I'm sorry. Wait, this is another Travis Hunter situation, right? But he don't have the 30 million, ninja. This is another Travis Hunter situation, right? They setting him up for failure, right? They setting him up for failure. He's gonna, if she's going to college, which probably more than likely she is, if he's going to college, and probably so as well. But a lot of women are going to college nowadays versus men. So I'm just gonna guess that she's probably going to college at a higher percentage than he's probably going, right? But once she get in, bro, listen, man. Listen. I didn't really get into my prime. Right? I didn't really get into my prime really until now, ninja. Right? I started to go through that development phase where I was glowing up after high school. I started to attract some, more quality, chicks once I got to college. But listen, right? And I started to glow up at senior year. I thought I was that dude that senior year. I started to glow up. I started to look better, ninja. I started to look better. And then as I was glowing up, ninja, here was college time, right? Now you looking around, ninja, you seeing ninjas with BMWs, ninja, you seeing ninjas with Mercedes, right? You thought you were tall, right? I'm 6'1". I thought I was tall, and usually I was mostly the tallest, right? You probably had one guy who was probably like 6'5" in high school, 6'6" in high school. You probably had one or two of those guys, but for the most part, if you was around 6 feet, 6'1", 6'2", you were probably more than likely the tallest around, right? But when you got to college, ninja, you start to see LeBron James walking around campus, ninja. Ninja's 6'6", 250, ninja, right? They knocking ninjas' head clean off at the football games, ninja. You starting to see the frat guys, they walk around clean, they doing their little scroll, ninja. They doing a little strolls at the parties, ninja. Yeah, ninja. Bring your bitch. I'm taking your bitch. I'm beating her back. I'm blowing her back. I'm eating her. Ninja, they doing the scrolls and all of that stuff. And the young girls, they like, we ain't never seen this before. Ninjas got cars. Ninjas are 6'6". Ninjas 250. Muscles. Straight muscle. No body fat, ninja. Oh yeah, their ovaries are on overdrive, ninja. And I done seen this firsthand, ninja. Y'all better ask some of the frat bros. For all of you college, for all of you ninjas who still got girls, right? And you going to college, and especially if y'all going to separate colleges, really, and it really don't matter, ninja. I've seen guys who girls still go to the same college getting hurt. Back, boom. Right? For all of you guys, y'all better let her go, man. I'm telling you that. That's word to my mother. What the New York guys say? Word to my mother. Word to my mother. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But ninja, y'all better let those girls go. Listen, it is not, bro. The world is a crazy place, ninja. It is not for the weak. Your girl she's gonna get on campus. She's gonna get on campus, and she is gonna go through that fire, ninja. Right? She's gonna try to stay faithful at first. Trust and believe. Hey, listen, she's gonna try to stay faithful at first, and it's even definitely harder if y'all not going to the same school. Right? Definitely harder. Now you can't keep a watch on her, ninja. You can't eye hawk her, ninja. Like checking her every move, ninja. You gotta be on campus, ninja. And then you probably more than likely y'all gotta stay together, ninja, or stay near. But ninja, once she get to college, she's gonna try to stay faithful, right? She's gonna try. It's like, because it's fresh, right? It's fresh. It's fresh, right? You just got her that ring. You just got her a promise ring, ninja, right? She, y'all late night on the phone. Y'all know how it go. Y'all late night on the phone, like, yeah, baby, how college going? It's good. I just miss you. Right? I miss you. I wish you were here. Right? Yeah, you're going to see me Christmas time. You're going to see me Christmas time. Make sure you do good on your finals, baby. And then, when I see you, you know what we're going to do. Right? You know what we're going to do. Ninja, then the phone call start dying, ninja. Now you start calling her phone and you like, your call has been forwarded to, all right, maybe she sleep. Right? Next day, right? It's Friday, Saturday, ninja. Right? Next day, you calling her. Now your heart in your stomach, ninja. Y'all niggas know, ninjas who ever been through this, ninja, right? Now you calling her Saturday. She ain't even call back. Not even a text back. Now you calling her again Saturday. What the fuck, man? Bro. Your call has been forwarded, and then she finally hit you with the, I'll call you back tomorrow. I'm really busy with finals. I'm really busy with classes. These classes are messing me up. Dang, why you didn't call me back? Why you didn't call me back yesterday? What you were doing? Right? Babe, I was just tired. And I'm busy with classes. And it's really stressing me out. And I'm trying to study. I'm sorry I had my phone on Do Not Disturb, but these freshman classes, they really, I need to really pass this stuff. I'm trying to go to a pre-med major, right? And he's like, okay, babe, but just communicate next time. Okay? Now she's gonna call you back. She's gonna call you Sunday, ninja. Now she answered fast this time. Hello, right? Hey, now you happy, ninja. Ninja, she answered that, and you thought about the worst things when she wasn't answering, ninja. You thought about the worst thing when she wasn't answering, and she answered that one time fast, and now, ninja, all the thoughts just went out the door. Now she, yeah, baby, blah 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 blah. Now we get during the week. You think everything cool. Nah, ninja, it's just the beginning, ninja. Right now it's Monday, right? You thought you had you know her schedule, ninja. She going to English 101 at 9 a.m. Then she got math 101 at 10 a.m. Right? And then she got science 101 at 11 a.m. She take that little hour to go to the diner hall, ninja, and eat lunch, right? Then after that, she got one more class, ninja. She got one more class between, it's history, ninja, or physics. It's 1 p.m. to 3 p.m., ninja, right? So you just let her go through all her classes and all that stuff. You just gonna call her when she really done, ninja. Right? When she really done, she nice and settled in, took a shower, ninja. It's 6 p.m. ninja. Right? So the usual was that she goes and do all her classes, ninja. Right? And she take a shower and then y'all ready to cake it up and talk 6 p.m. to all the way to 12 a.m. Ninja. It get to 6 p.m. Right? Or matter of fact, 7 p.m. You give her that little hour break, right? You know, I'm gonna call her at 7 p.m. Make sure she real settled in, ninja. She done took her shower, ninja. Then you call her. What the fuck? Your call has been forwarded. Ninja, that's because another ninja meat is in her mouth, ninja. She get her back blown to smithereens. She getting her back blown to smithereens, ninja. Right? With the dang on ring on the desk right there, ninja. It might have some remnants of some slobber, ninja, from her hand, or some goddamn ski ninja, right there on the desk, ninja. He pounded her shit while the ring right on the desk, ninja. Bow, 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 bow. Right? Who that calling? It's just my boyfriend from out of town. Bow. You think these ninjas don't know that these chicks tell these ninjas? These chicks tell these ninjas, oh, my boyfriend out of town, he go to a different school. You think these frat bros care, ninja? You think these ninjas, they're happy-go-lucky to be smashing a chick who got a boyfriend out of town. It's an ego trip, ninja. Right? He busting your chick open. Bow, bow, bow. He been busting your chick open for the past 2 weeks, ninja. And then another ninja, bro, come on, man. Friday, Saturday, ninja, when she wasn't answering, right? She was with 2 frat bros. Matter of fact, she was with her best friend. They go to the same school, and they went to the weekend party, the school back end party, ninja. They went to the school back end party, ninja, and those frat bros, they was in there scrolling, ninja. I already told y'all, the frat bros, the dang on big NFL backs up in there, 6'6", 250, ninja. They in there like, oh, bow, dance to the music, bow, yeah, we'll take your bitch, bow, blow your bitch back out, boom, boom, Then the Q dolls, they yeah, boom, take your bitch, he out of town, we skinning your bitch, we blowing your bitch, and they taking your chick. They took her and her best friend, right, took them to the frat house, right, blowing them out, and as a matter of fact, a third one joined. They in there, hands tied up, ninja, getting they, bro, come on, man. Listen, I'm not about to sugarcoat to you newbies out here. I ain't about to sugarcoat nothing. Right? To you college love brats, and I'm telling you. Your girl is gonna get turned out in college. Right? You better hope ninja, you probably in luck if she go to an all-girls Catholic school, ninja. But then you gotta worry about them other chicks licking on her, ninja. That happens too, ninja. Right, but you better off, ninja. You better off if she go to an all-girls Catholic school, ninja. If she ain't going to no all-girls Catholic school, you are shit out of luck. Especially if she going to a D1 school, she going to LSU, ninja, Georgia State, ninja, University of Georgia, TSU, the University of Houston, Alabama State, ninja, Texas A&M, ninja. It is over. Oregon, done. It don't matter. USC, done. Right? NYU, done. Ninja, once she get a taste of that long grown man meat, pause no diddy. When she get a taste of that, bro, you are done. You're a dunzo. She gonna come back. Y'all gonna be on break. She gonna be looking at you, ninja. Her whole demeanor gonna be changed, ninja. Hey, somebody let these young guys know, man. Hey, her whole demeanor gonna be changed. You thought like she left one way, y'all were all lovey-dovey. She was all innocent, right? Her childhood was still intact, ninja. Right? One of those big old 6'6" guys done got up in there with an 11-inch dang-a-lang, ninja. He done got up in there, tore her guts out. He took her soul, ninja. That soul ain't no longer there, ninja. That soul that you once knew, ninja. That soul that you thought that she held so deeply and y'all shared so intimately, ninja. That ninja took her soul, put her head in a mattress, ninja. Her head was on the floorboard, ninja. Right in the ceiling. He throwing her up, doing all little tricks with her, ninja. He act like he got the basketball in his hand, ninja. He throwing her up, ninja. Boom, catching her. Bow, throwing her up again. Boom, catching her. Bow, ninja. Right, and then plus some. And then the other ninja she messing with, paying for her nails, ninja. You know her mama ain't got no money, you ain't got no money. So the other ninja, the grown ninja, he a senior, he got a internship, right? He getting paid a little change. He spending some money on her nails and toes, getting her hair done and all that stuff. Bro, come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all need to hear the truth, right? This was a bad idea. And listen, I hope that it goes well, but ninja, knowing what I know, ninja, listen, your best bet is for her to get pregnant, ninja, and that'd probably be worse because then you stuck young with a baby, and then ninja, she gonna look around and she gonna want to have done all of this stuff, and then she gonna resent you, ninja. Then she gonna really cheat on you, ninja. Then she really gonna be out here hot girl summer, and then she gonna really be like, nah, I don't want this, ninja. Right? Then she gonna really do it to you. So for all you young guys who going off to college over the next school year, right after the summer, you got that high school girlfriend, right? Let me tell y'all something. Go ahead and let that girl go, right? Because even if you keep her, ninja, there's gonna be secrets, especially she got friends and all that stuff. There's gonna be some secrets, man, that you're gonna want to bury yourself if you heard some of the things that these girls undid while y'all went to separate schools. Hell, while y'all went to the same school, and all her girlfriends know, right? At the wedding, all the bridesmaids, they know she was messing with BBC Larry. They know she was messing with frat bro Chad, right? They know that she had to get an abortion, right? They know that Chad gave her one of those STIs, ninja. She had to go get a shot in a butt, ninja. Right? She know that. You didn't know that. Right? She got while she was telling you, oh no, we can't do it right now. I'm on my cycle right now, I'm just trying to make sure everything good, and she kept giving excuses, and then out of the blue, pow, she popped up. Wait, now we can have it a little now. We can do it now, baby. You want it? You want it? Huh? You want it? Pause. No Diddy. I'm telling y'all, this is the truth. So, shouts out to little bro. Hopefully it works out, ninja. More than likely won't, ninja. Your family taught you wrong. Her family did you wrong, ninja. Right? Once you get to college and see those big old burly ninjas, it's over with. Right? And then for the men too, once you get to college and you see all the different flavors, ninja. Right? You see the blondies, you see the black girls, then you see the Latinas, ninja, especially if you go to a diverse school, ninja, you're gonna be like, dang, ninja, I need to get a little taste of this. Right? So even you, ninja, you're gonna wanna dibble and dabble, ninja. But yeah, man. Men, get your money up, not your funny up. Don't be trying to marry at 18. It ain't. This world ain't built for it, and not in today's economy, not in any economy moving forward, ninja. Not in this kind of culture, this culture of young people. It ain't gonna work, right? Y'all gonna get out here and get your heart broken, ninja. And that's an after pill. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.